And now joining us as promised right here in the living room, Noreen and George, to talk about the 17th, I said yes, 17th annual Eucharistic Rosary Procession in Northampton, Massachusetts. Thanks to the two of you for being with us. And George, I have to ask you, how did this all begin 17 years ago?
Well, it began with the starting of the Iraqi War. That's when it began. And me and another person, we were going to stand out with the protesters in Northampton, because usually that's where they like to be. And so we were going to stand and pray our rosary. But my friend said to me, he says, geez, you know, we should maybe try doing a rosary procession. And so we started with that, and here we are 17 rosary processions later.
And how has it endured all of these years and grown, I presume?
It has. We started like with about 100 people, and last year's procession was a little over 700.
Wow.
So
It's
it
growing.
has extended. We've actually had people from Bosnia come to this procession last year. We had people from New Jersey, Philadelphia, come and just wanted to be a part of the procession. They heard about it, they happened to be in the area, and they came to be in the procession.
June 9th, 1 p.m., Northampton, Massachusetts. And Noreen, full disclosure, Noreen is the sister of a great friend of ours here at Catholic TV, Father Jim DePerry, pastor of Our Lady Comforter of the Afflicted Parish in Waltham. But it's great to have you here. Great to see you again. And can I ask you, why is a public display of devotion to the Blessed Mother and her Son, Jesus, present in the Blessed Sacrament, why is this important to us, especially today?
Many reasons. First of all, the rosary is a very powerful weapon against evil.
I know it to be true.
So it's the chain that binds us to our mother. And the message of Fatima is so important, more relevant today than it was even in 1917, because it's for the conversion of sinners, it's for world peace, and always asking for the devotion to her Immaculate Heart. And as always, the Eucharist, it's our Lord himself in the form of the Blessed Sacrament in the Eucharist. And it's just like the Magi in the East came to adore and honor baby Jesus in the manger. It's no different than him being in the tabernacle. He's just in a different form, but the same. He lives and resides in the Eucharist. So a form of expression for us to be witnesses to our faith, not just only in churches and private prayer, but it's very important for us as Catholics to be a witness to our faith. And the Rosary and the Eucharist, what better forms can there be?
Well said. And of course, we prepare for the great solemnity of Corpus Christi, the body and blood of the Lord. And in these days of May, we're honoring our Blessed Mother in a particular way. What are some of the details? Because I'm sure people, their interest has peaked now, George. Can you tell us how they can be part of this great Eucharistic Rosary Procession?
Well, we have a website. I believe it's Northampton Eucharistic Procession .net.
Eucharistic Procession Northampton.net.
.net.
Yeah. .net.
And if they look on that website, they can see how the past, how it's been. They could see the procession, how it actually went. They'll also see the theme for this year is Mary says yes, the word yes. Without her yes, where would we be? So a small word with a great meaning. And I think that people, if they go on that website also, there'll be a phone number, so if they want to participate or help out, they can just call that phone number and we'll be able to direct them.
Eucharistic Procession Northampton.net. And Noreen, you're going to be there. Are you excited? What do you expect it's going to be like, just so that we can get excited together?
Well, you know, it's going to be my first time. And we're promoting it in our parish of St. Mary's in Longmeadow, Massachusetts. So we're like 45 minutes south. But I think the important thing is for the Eucharist to be exposed. We really need people to be drawn to the Eucharist. The power of the Rosary is the most powerful prayer besides the sacrifice of the Holy Mass, obviously. And so the two together with Our Lady and our Lord and people of faith heroically witnessing their faith together, I think will be very powerful.
You pray for good weather, too.
Oh, that too.
And George, there's no cost And there's no requirement to be, one, a member of the Diocese of Springfield, or even a Massachusetts resident or a New Englander. People can come from anywhere,
From
right?
anywhere. Last year, I actually got a phone call from someone probably about a week later who was from Michigan, who happened to be there because they were there for their daughter's graduation from Smith College.
Oh, very good.
And he was so impressed that he called and he wanted to know what they could do to start something like that in their town. So it's quite interesting how it started out with this little thing in Northampton, and then it's like grown to a point where it's reaching out into all parts of the country. And when you look at our country and how God is trying to unite us, I believe, and our faith, and not being shy about it, but being out in the open.
Mm-hmm. Which is what the procession is going to do, and that's exactly what it's going to be, the 17th Annual Eucharistic Rosary Procession in Northampton, Massachusetts, beginning at 1 p.m. Pray for good weather. George and Noreen, thank you so much for being with us in the living room today, and happy Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Same
you
to
for
you.
having us.